Hello, everyone. I hope
Hi.
you're all having a good day. So I wanted to do kind of like a quick recap on everything we've learned about each other and what's gone on recently. Who wants to go first?
Well, we've been coming to these therapy sessions for a while now, and I feel like me and Ishita still going through our mistrust issues, especially with me cheating and Taylor recently with her breaking up with her boyfriends and developing a form of anorexia. I don't really like to say that she's anorexic, but definitely, it is leading there, and it's just like now it's just like we just need something to work because Ashita's just feeling bad now. All of a sudden, that she just has to just be at home. She feels like all the time, and it's just like a lot going on. It's just too much stress.
Let's see. So, you talked a lot about your family. I was wondering, do you see yourself having any role in any of these issues?
I mean,
or just what's your role in general in the house? Do you have
like
a
I
role
said,
for yourself?
I'm her husband, her father, so I have to provide for them. I go to work, I do what I have to do to give them the things that they need. I don't know what else they honestly can want from me or ask of me. I feel like I'm doing the best that I can. I feel like I'm being the best that I can for them. So I don't really see what the issue is anymore or what else I could do to help the situation.
So I hear you talking about a lot of expectations that you feel like you have for yourself in the house, and I wanted to know the household and family.
Yeah.
Do you have any expectations for your wife and your daughter?
I mean, I expect her to have a home cooked meal when I get home. That's the least she can do. I mean, she is a stay-at-home mom. And my daughter, I mean, she goes to school every day. She doesn't really have, I don't really have much expectations for her except to just bring good grades home. Okay. And that's it.
Okay. Thank you. Well, I wanted to ask you, so we kind of veered to you quickly, and I wanted to ask earlier, I noticed that you kind of seemed like you wanted to speak. I asked, who wants to go first, and it kind of seemed like you wanted to, but you didn't. And I was wondering why you didn't take the opportunity to tell me what's going on.
I guess I'm just used to Myrtha answering questions for me.
Okay.
Or her jumping, the chance to talk.
Well, now that I'm speaking with you, I wanted to ask you, what do you see yourself as your role? What is your role in your family? Do you have one?
I mean, I'm the typical stay-at-home mom. I cook, I clean, I take care of Taylor, I make sure she's ready for school, I make sure she's doing her homework. I make sure that there's a nice warm meal at the dinner table when Myrtha gets home from work, and that Taylor is presentable and she's already waiting for us to both get seated and yeah.
Okay. Do you have any specific roles that you see for your husband? Do they align with what he's saying and your daughter as well?
For Taylor, I mean, she's just trying to be a good student, going to school, and just trying to basically please her dad. And then as for Myrtha, yeah, I guess he's always working, so.
Taylor, do you kind of see these roles playing out in the house a little bit?
Yeah, I think that what I've seen is a very normal. I feel like it's been a really normal house. I don't know. My mom, like you said, does all the things that I think everyone would expect a mom to do, and my dad does everything that I think my dad would do. Just pretty standard mom and dad, husband and wife stuff, and they've seemed happy until recently. But besides that, it's yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you all for sharing. Myrtha, I remember you saying earlier that your expectations for your wife really revolve around cooking, cleaning, typical housewife things that Taylor brought up, and really just what you want from her. It sounds to me like you kind of throughout this whole process you've wanted more time with your wife, and you make the sacrifice. Oh yeah, so you're the one that makes, you know, the sacrifices and all of that. It kind of revolves around your time and when you're available. So I wanted to ask you what perspective you have on that.
I mean, how else can it be, you know? Like, I'm working all the time, and so I'm just like,
You're the financial
provider. I mean, yeah, they need food to eat. Like, they need a house to stay. They need, you know, cars to drive. What else can I do? Like, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is how it's always been. I feel like it's just the way it is, just the natural order of things.
So I feel like that's not fair for you to say because you think that you're the one who's doing all these sacrifices and you're working constantly to provide for us. But what do I do at home? I'm not just a stay-at-home mom. I cook, I clean, I try to take care of Taylor, and I'm there for Taylor. And you say that you're here for our family, but it feels more like my family because I'm more present than you are.
Ishita, if you weren't taking care of the family and spending all this time that, you know, takes a lot of your time up, what would you do instead?
I mean, I would try to do things for me, like volunteer or maybe even get a job, but at the rate that our family's going right now, who's gonna take care of Taylor at home if I'm not there?
Right. So what exactly would happen in the scenario where you did get a job and then maybe you took some hours off, maybe even you got a weekend job or something and you didn't work on Saturdays and Sundays? What would happen?
I feel like I would feel less burdened. I'd have things to do for me, and I feel like I'd feel more accomplished if I had something that I was passionate about.
Okay, thank you. Well, Myrtha, I wanted to ask you, after hearing all that and seeing how important those, you know, opportunities are to your wife, could you ever see yourself kind of helping around the house and taking up some of the free, you know, getting rid of some of your free time and adding some free time on to Ishita's life so she doesn't have to spend all that time cleaning and cooking always?
I mean, I gotta be honest with you, it sounds tough. I mean, like I said, it's a woman's job to stay at home, to cook and clean. I feel like that's how my moms do it. That's how I felt like, you know, most of my friends' wives are the same way. So for all of a sudden, for Ishita to just say that she wants to be out of the house, volunteer, maybe get a job, it's kind of just like making me look like less of a man. I feel like, am I not doing enough for them?
Can you tell me, you know, where exactly you got that impression that being at home doing those things makes you not a man and, you know, it's like you said, a womanly role? Where did you get that concept?
I mean, when you look around, like, it's just how society's always been, you know, the wife stays home, takes care of the child, and then the dad provides. This is how it is.
Well, I was wondering if, you know, you could open your mind up a little bit to the possibility to allow for something different in your family. I mean, different doesn't necessarily mean anything bad. Equal roles in the family are common in modern marriages, and they really actually do lead to more successful marriages, and I think you know that.
I mean, yeah, I know that, and because I love my wife so much, and I do want her to be happy, you know, I don't want her to feel like a burden, you know, for taking care of me and my daughter. Like, I appreciate her and for what she does. And I mean, like I said, it would be hard for her to just up and get a job. This is not what I'm used to. But, you know, something like volunteering, you know, taking some time out to do some things for herself, I don't think that'd be bad, you know.
Okay.
It's okay.
So I wanted to ask you, you know, that would mean making changes in your life. Would you be willing to do that so that your wife has, you know, an opportunity to explore her freedom?
I guess I could, like, maybe cut a day off of work on the weekends, maybe stay at home, bond with Taylor a little bit, you know.
Well, I think that would, you know, create some even balances in the household and kind of
That's
make
what she
everyone
would like.
happier.
Love that.
Awesome.
That's great.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks.
let's see. Taylor, what do you think about all this?
I think that would be a really positive change. Like I just feel like, I mean, why not try it?
Yeah.
Like I think that we're like a good unit altogether, and that we could probably like manage change. And like my mom said that it would make her happier. So
Yeah.
I think we should definitely try it. And like I've definitely seen like my friends' families have more equal like marriages like than theirs probably is, and like they seem pretty happy. So
I think it seems like been kind of the next step in everything that you all have been going through in this whole process of therapy throughout this past 6 months. So I think it would be a good option.
okay, thank you.
All right, guys.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.